Hello, friends. It's Miss Betsy coming to you with your sign language video of the week. Since we were talking about unusual animals this week in enrichment, I remembered and thought about this song that I love so much, all about animals. And so I'm going to teach you the signs for it, and then I'm going to play the song, and you can try to sing it with me. Okay, so first of all, the sign for animals is taking your fingers on your chest and doing like this, animal. And the song is called Animal Sounds, like you're hearing and listening to something. Animal sounds, animal sounds. And then the song says, let's make some animal sounds. The sign for make is to take your hands, put your fists together and kind of twist them. And you could also, when they say let's in the song, you could point to everybody out there. Let's make some animal sounds. And then the first animal is a pig. So you're gonna take your hand and you're gonna put it under your chin and you're gonna say, a pig says oink, oink. Okay, this is the sign for pig. Probably because this is the sign for dirty. So pigs are real dirty. So a pig says oink, oink. Now a dog says bow wow. When you do the sign for dog, you kind of hit your leg and snap. You hit your leg and snap. That's a little hard to do. You can also just do this for dog. So a dog says bow wow. Okay? A cow says what? Moo, moo. You're gonna take your Y hands and you're gonna put them on your head like their ears, and that's the sign for cow. A cow says moo, moo. A cat says, what does a cat say? Meow. You're gonna take your hands and come off your face like the cat's whiskers. A cat says meow. A bird. A bird is your two fingers making a little beak. A bird says tweet, tweet. I think that's what the song says. Tweet, tweet. A sheep. Okay, a sheep is a little tricky, but it makes sense if you think about it. Take this hand like it's some scissors and pretend like this is the sheep's body. And sheep are covered in wool. And we cut the wool to help make clothes. It doesn't hurt the sheep. It's like giving them a haircut. A sheep says, ba, ba. The next thing is a horse. You're gonna take your thumb and your two fingers, put them on your head. A horse says, neigh, neigh. Good, those are like his ears. And then a duck. A duck is similar to a bird, but you're gonna use two fingers. Sometimes I even use all of mine, but for this, we're gonna do two fingers for the duck. A duck says quack, quack. Okay, those are all the signs we need for our song. Let's review and then we'll sing it together. Animal sounds, animal sounds. Let's make some animal sounds. A pig says oink, oink. A dog says bow, wow. A cow says moo, moo. A cat says meow, meow. A bird says tweet, tweet. A sheep says ba, ba. A horse says neigh, neigh. And a duck says quack, quack. Okay, here we go, friends. All right, I'm gonna play the song. Feel free to dance.
Animal sounds, animal sounds. Let's make some animal sounds. A pig says oink, oink. A dog says bow, wow. A cow says moo, moo. A cat says meow.
Ready?
Animal sounds, animal sounds. Let's make some animal sheep says,
bye bye. A horse says, neigh neigh.
a duck says,
Quack quack.
animal sounds, animal sounds. Let's make some animal sounds. Let's make some animal sounds.
Good job, friends. I hope you enjoyed our sign language this week. Love you, pigeons. Love you, explorers. Mwah. Besos. Hi, everyone. I know this isn't sign language, but I decided to tack this on to my sign language video because we're talking about unusual animals, and I found some video clips of some really silly animals out there. And this one is called a peacock spider. Let's watch what he does. Look at him dancing like a... Okay, so I thought he was cool. Now, let me go. Sorry, this is gonna take me a minute. I've gotta find my next one, which is called a pangolin. This one's called a pangolin. And it is sort of like it's a mix, it's like an anteater. It's like an anteater, except it has scales that cover his body. Let's check him out.
Not just crying.
Look at him, guys. A pangolin. I think this is a baby. There's a baby. I bet he's digging for ants. Something to eat. Ooh, there's an adult one. Look at him, guys. A pangolin. Oh, and then he got scared and he went into a ball. There's another baby. Okay, let's see what our next one is that I found. Oh, this is an umbrella bird. And you guys might have learned about these on U Week. They have this long thing here, what's called a wattle of flowers, kind of like a turkey does. That's called their wattle. And then they also have this thing on top of their head, the feathers, and that's where they get the umbrella name because it protects their face from the water. Watch his wattle, friends. He's getting ready to fluff it up. Woo, look at that. Look at that. Umbrella birds are so unusual and so cool. All right, let's see what Miss Betsy's next one is. Okay, so I'm gonna do a craft with you about a seahorse. And seahorse are amazing creatures. They, the coolest thing about seahorses, this is at a zoo. But did you know that the males, the boys, have the babies? That's what's really unusual about the seahorses. Besides the fact that they look like horses in the water, look at them. They hang on to the leaves, and they have a little tiny fin on the back, and a couple on their head, I think, and that's how they swim through the water. They're super cool. I've actually seen a seahorse in real life one time in the ocean. Look at his two little fins behind his ears. That's how he's swimming, and the fin on his back. And you know, here's another swirl. That's two swirls in nature we've talked about. And guess what, friends? You're going to learn all about that from Miss Amanda this week. They're so pretty and they're so cool. I hope you get to see one day. Okay, let me see. The last one. The last one is called a narwhal. And these creatures are fascinating. They have what looks like a horn on the front of their bodies, but it's on their heads, but it's actually, I learned this, it's actually a tooth.
Often called sea unicorns, narwhals are among the most mysterious creatures of the Arctic. Their frozen habitat has made them hard to study, but as the ice melts, these aquatic mammals are becoming more accessible to scientists who hope to solve perhaps the biggest mystery of them all, the purpose of the narwhal's tusk. A lot of people think this tusk is a horn, but it's not. It's a tooth, isn't it? And you're a dentist, which I suppose makes sense.
Hold on, friends. Something's going on with my phone here. Here we go. I'm sorry about that. Let's see if this works. There we go.
Often called sea unicorns, narwhals are among the most mysterious creatures of the Arctic. Their frozen habitat has made them hard to study, but as the ice melts, these aquatic mammals are becoming more accessible to scientists who hope to solve perhaps the biggest mystery of them all, the purpose of the narwhal's tusk. A lot of people think this tusk is a horn, but it's not. It's a tooth, isn't it? And you're a dentist, which I suppose makes sense.
And in this case, probably a dentist for one of the most extraordinary marine mammals on the planet. I think it's a sensory organ.
So friends, that was a narwhal's tusk, or his tooth, and it looks like a horn, but it's not. Okay, friends, hope you enjoyed those unusual animals.